Dear students, we will speak today about the various important questions which are to be covered in your syllabus. We already have finished the entire topics of your syllabus. Now we will discuss a few of the important questions which we have covered in this class. Your final examination would consist of two parts, Part A and Part B. Part A will have 10 questions of 2 marks each, which is likely pattern, or it may change depending upon the university decision. But in case, let us presume that if there are 10 questions to be asked in Part A, which are short questions carrying 2 marks each, then there are few important questions such as discuss the role of research, differentiate between qualitative and quantitative research. Now, this is very important. Then, type 1 and type 2 errors, that is also very important. Hypothesis, that's very important. Now, these are the few small questions which are asked on regular basis. You should be prepared enough to understand and to write minimum half a page of this kind of a letter, this kind of a question. Now, for example, let us talk about the hypothesis. Hypothesis is a supposition which the researcher will formulate before the research is conducted. Now, he will also have to test the hypothesis on the basis of the data which he will collect subsequently, whether it's a secondary data or it's a primary data. Now, based on that research of the data or subsequent analysis of that data through either t-test or z-test, the researcher will verify the hypothesis. The hypothesis is of two types, the null hypothesis and the alternate hypothesis. The null hypothesis is when you presume that the observations which are recorded by the researcher are true, whereas the alternative hypothesis would mean that the observation recorded by the researcher are not true and hence the supposition will not be approved. Similarly, there could be a question on the difference between empirical and descriptive research. Descriptive research is what you need to describe or what is happening you are describing. For example, it is raining. So you are describing that it is raining since morning, it is raining with high capacity, it is raining in small quantity. So this is what is normally you will do. You will describe what is happening. And then the secondary data. There is likely a question of secondary data. The secondary data is that data which has been collected already by some other researcher, but you are using that data for your research. So based on that data, you will do some kind of research and will include that data in your study. So that is how you will have to answer these small type of questions. Now, minimum requirement is that you must write the basic concept of the question in your answers. So tomorrow in the next lecture,